What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nico here. This is your second favorite podcast, episode 17, maybe. If not, there's a correction on the screen. And if I'm right, then there's no correction on the screen.
Ding, 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 ding.
This week has been full of mess. This is coming out on Thursday. So, yeah.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah, by the time you get it done, it's going to be like 7 o'clock.
Thursday night. This is supposed to come out every Tuesday. But this came out on Thursday. And it's crazy.
Don't hit yourself. It's all right.
It's annoying because I was happy that I was doing this consistently. I wasn't missing nothing.
Here we go.
I don't care. You know why. You know I was going to go through this
It's
spiel.
not just your fault. I had to go to work, too.
I ain't trying to blame anybody. I was just kind of...
You kicking yourself when you're down.
It was just nice to have something consistent.
Oh.
And be like, yeah. Like 52 episodes of whenever we started, it would have been a full year. Still, technically, it's the same thing. It's 52 weeks in a year, right? You don't know. I think it's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
So, 52 episodes of this will be a full year. I haven't really missed a week. So, granted, I'm good.
Oh, like you ain't had a week follow into the next
Yeah.
week? Yeah.
I didn't have to skip a whole week. But this week, we saw Panther Black.
Don't ruin it.
Tell somebody, like, hey, you see that new movie, Panther Black?
You're like, what?
What? Black Panther? Nah, man, it's the low budget version. It's called Panther Black.
The Wayans brothers remake.
Oh, it's a spoof. They don't make
That's
spoof
what's called.
movies. Yeah, they don't make spoof movies like they used to. You turn yourself up.
Yeah.
Turn it up. So, we're gonna show a little video before we get into it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that.
Right. So it's a little video. It's a small thing. Just something that we recorded before we saw the movie.
Yeah.
And it's just the cool thing that I really want to start doing for
Showing
other
the
stuff.
outside world.
Yeah, or try to do something else with it. And it will evolve over time. It won't be something that happens every episode. But check it out. This is us before the Black Panther movie. Not a sponsor. It feels like a sponsored thing.
So what happened?
I forgot my wallet. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. See what time it is? That's 2 minutes early, but
I feel like your time was off a little bit.
we are never going to go see this movie.
Yeah, there's too many things in the way.
Yes, the Chronicles of trying to see Black Panther.
Chronicles of you and this Chronicles thing.
Oh, you
Love
right.
Chronicles.
You right.
What does that need to be? Does it need to be like 3 things to be a Chronicles?
I think it has to be more than 2.
Sounds like a series.
See?
What's the point of saying Chronicles if you're just gonna say series?
I don't know.
That's a good question to ask.
So, the first dilemma was what? Why didn't we go see Black Panther when it first came out?
The first thing, why is it so bright though?
I don't know, but it looks great.
It looks okay, but it's not necessarily look that bright. First thing that happened, and it's still bright.
Might as well go to Goodwill now and drop the damn thing.
Oh yeah. Let's just do some good willing. First thing, we went kind of late, and then the mall was packed, so I didn't want to be in there.
No, tell her the beginning. Why didn't we go when the movie came out?
Well, it's because of the hype, right?
Yes.
Okay, the hype, which would mean everybody was gonna be there, and I ain't want to hear a lot of people talking during the movie.
Yes.
So, well, especially while she's listening, because she's willing to actually talk and tell them to shut up.
Yeah,
I'm not
trying to get us arrested in our place.
I'm not that bold, because obviously that means if she says something, they want to get up and do something. If it's a bunch of guys, I got to do something. So, you know that typical boyfriend thing you have to do. But then the second time, it was just a lot of people. And this was like last week. And it's March whatever. March 4th. So that was the end of February. And the movie came out February 16th.
Okay. Yeah, movie came out February 16th. We was like, we're going to wait We both got to work, stuff like that, so it ended up being just March. Then we said, all right, we're going to go see it. Then we went to the parking lot. It was like, it's too many people here. Mm-hmm. And I said, it's Friday, so it's going to be a lot of kids in there. He was like, oh, no.
Yeah, so today's Sunday, and we should be good.
March 4th.
March 4th.
We wanted to go during the matinee.
You know what? I had an idea, right? Mm-hmm. So, I think I just told Mom that it'd be funny to name a kid Matinee if he's born too early.
That'd be cute.
It wouldn't be. It'd be funny.
It'd be cute.
Like in the sense of I wouldn't really do that, but I think that's hilarious to be like, hey, Matinee, and we just call him Matt. Oh. I see like my thing is when I'm recording people is being in their face.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ew, why are you talking your tongue like that?
So yes, kudos to me for being the best girlfriend ever. Pushing you into what you want to do. Tell me some more what you want to do. She thinks
put
you in the strap.
She thinks she truly dictates how I feel about things, but she don't push me to do nothing. She stops me from stuff.
No.
What is your expectations?
Talking to your dad, now I just hope I get the same outcome he got out of it.
Right.
And then they're listening to you saying that you wish it was more action scenes. I hope there's a lot of action scenes.
Right.
But my mom said it's supposed to be a spin-off of Captain America.
It's supposed to be a spin-off of Captain America?
That's what she said.
Why she think it's a spin-off?
Because I think it's because of the reference to his thing being made in Wakanda.
His shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's not a spin-off. It just connects. The problem for me is the fact that I'm talking to my dad. Well, first of all, I already know how Marvel movies are. They're not hero-based. They're not about. You don't follow.
They're like Disney life lessons.
Yeah, they're always like lessons, and they're Disney, and that Disney crap sometimes get like real cheesy. So I hope it's good. I hope I go out there and be like, you know what? I feel good about this movie and hope there's more to come. But I'm a DC guy. I don't care what you say. Give DC time. Hashtag give DC time. Oh, DC niggas, they're going down the drain. They just starting making movies. They're trying to figure out their thing. And they're more hero-based. They're more like, watch the action. Let's do this. And then try to do the character development.
I think that's a good difference between them two, though. Like, they're not both trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully, they don't fall into that trying to do the same thing. Because I know sometimes when it gets hard, DC is probably going to be like, you know what? That formula works. So let's do it. And I'm like, no, I hope they don't. I like the gritty, but it seems like they're not trying to get too dark. And she tried to lie to me because her car is like 4 minutes early. So that time that you saw wasn't right.
4 minutes early?
Yeah. Or later? 4 minutes later. Yeah. So it's 4 minutes later. But we'll see. And we'll let you know we'll let you see how it is after we're done. And we also probably talking about it on the podcast, so.
Yeah, even though this is included in the podcast.
This is included, yeah. And I guess as far as like getting in detail, we'll probably let the podcast be that. But hey, we'll see.
I don't know. It's crazy. You wanted to end it. I wasn't done talking.
Go ahead.
I wasn't done.
Go ahead. You got it.
What else I have to say?
We're talking all low now.
What was I about to say? It was something about you didn't roll up your window. You probably got the wind all in there.
No, that's what that little furry thing's for.
Oh, that's cool.
You forgot?
Yeah, you can cut it off.
So she forgot, and she wanted to yell at me.
Cut.
That's cool. I understand.
Ask me if I was done.
Are you done?
I'm done now because I forgot.
All right, then we're done.
I'm gonna throw this money like.
You look so short compared to
I do?
Yeah.
We're standing outside the mall right now, about to go see Black Panther. And we're waiting for... No. We're waiting for some reactions to people coming out of the movie. So, sir, how do you like Black Panther? Oh, it was great. And cut.
It cuts, and then we're back. I hope you enjoyed that video. And yeah, it's just a small little thing.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was cool to do. It's something to experiment on.
Even though it seemed like I'm the only one in it.
You are. My voice is there. Well, I point the camera when we were in the car.
Yeah.
I just wasn't pointing when you went out.
We talked about random things.
Yeah. It was kind of less about the Black Panther. It was just kind of more what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Which is what I like. What's on your mind? Movie edition.
Well, now that you've seen us going there, coming out, the expectations were different. I said that I wanted to come out with the same mindset your dad had, Nina. That he said the movie was all about loyalty and stuff. I didn't see it that way. I saw it that way, but I didn't see it the entire part. And then some people kept saying that Eric was the villain. I mean, it was not that T'Challa was the villain
Not
rather than
names.
Eric. And I felt like people were saying that too, and I'm like, I can't really choose right now. I need to know more about their character development. But what I thought about it afterwards was that it was a very creative movie, and I feel like the action was good, and I don't know, it made me proud to see not just an all black cast, but it made me proud to see like emphasis on something different. It was something different. You did say it was like kind of what you call it? What you say? You said, I don't want to say Disney, but it was like good guy, bad guy dies, do. Yeah,
very
it was.
typical.
But I feel like the little salt in between made it very entertaining. You can go now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's all I can remember. Maybe
When I start talking.
yeah, when you say something, I'll get something else. But
I liked it. I appreciate the movie. I know the way that my tone of my voice doesn't really sound like I like it too much, but
that day we really liked it.
Yeah, that day when we saw it Sunday. Yeah, we saw it Sunday and it's Thursday. At this point,
matinee.
Yeah.
Matinee Sunday.
I thought you started speaking some other language. By the time on Thursday, you kind of lose your whole hypeness about it. The main thing I really loved about it was, yeah, it was Disney. It was very typical, but I didn't feel like we was in one part of the world. I loved how they expanded on saying that, we're here and we're in this secluded area that people don't know about, but yet, oh, my bad, spoiler alerts, I guess. If you're watching this at this point, it's been like a month or so, almost a month that movie been out. So, and I'm pretty sure
I didn't say anything. Spoiler, everybody know who's the villain. So
yeah. Because I'm about to get it to little parts, but it's not that detailed, so I don't feel like I spoiled the movie because I can't really remember detail. But, them being secluded from the world, but also addressing why they are, made me feel like this is a world problem, and it didn't really feel like we was just in this. Yeah. And a lot of times when I'm watching Marvel movies, I feel like everything happens in New York, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, what else is going on in the world? Like, how else is everybody? Because you're not going to hit. It's not going to hit the news in New York, but no one hears about it over here.
Yeah, they went to Oakland.
Right. And typically, they're not really addressing how everybody feels, but I didn't feel like it was just in one area, and I appreciated that. Even though it kind of felt like Lion King, I guess. I don't know. It's because of the whole African area feel of it.
it was just between him going through that. I don't know the name of it, but when he went to go see when he see his father on the other side and talk to him, the whole look.
Spoiler.
Yeah, the whole look looked like Lion King. So I was like, it's cool. I mean, not cool. Well, it was pretty interesting to see. But it still felt that Disney, just like real life Disney. And I guess that's kind of the formula that works. But I liked it. I liked it though. It didn't disappoint, and I'm glad it didn't, because I kind of want to see what they're gonna do with these other characters, especially like Infinity Wars come out in April. So I'm like, how you got so many characters in Infinity War, and Marvel's kind of notorious and not really spending much time on a character. And I'm assuming that this is kind of more of action. And I'm not trying to go in there trying to learn something about these characters. I'm just trying to go in there and let's have fun. That's what it looked like Infinity War is saying. Let's have fun.
Is the Hulk in there?
I'm assuming so.
I hope so.
I didn't see. There's a list of all the characters that's in there, and obviously, Captain America, Black Canary. I can't mix all these characters up. Black Widow and
He's not getting mix all these.
But all those characters are in there, and it's going to be kind of cool to see them all clash and certain characters mash up with other characters. But and also I'm glad that the Black Panther wasn't really like emphasized in there, like him in particular.
Yeah, just one.
It was kind of the origin of Black Panther and what they stand for and what Wakanda stood for, and that's kind of what I really liked about it. It didn't depend on the main character doing his thing. Like,
it was all about the Black Panther and what his sister was doing to benefit the community, and what the general was doing. It was like, you're right. It was showing like everybody how they benefit Wakanda as a whole,
right?
Not just him.
So it didn't really.
I can't say the A word. He got whooped.
Yeah.
A couple of times. So
yeah, seemed like he wasn't really aware of his true power or something.
Yeah, it's like.
But I wouldn't want him to be OP anyway, so it's all right.
Obviously the controversy is, not controversy, the big hype is because it's an all black cast and stuff. And some people are wondering why that is the main point or main popularity of it all. And then some people are like, I just want to see another comic. And my mom said that, and I was like, well, that's people who care about the political side of it all, because when you think about it, it's like all these white people in the rest of the superhero movies, and now we got all black cast and da-da. Like, yeah, that's cool. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that it's not a big part, but it did help.
Yeah, it helped the attention.
Yeah.
Give it some attention. And
it kind of made me proud to see people who were like, when the general was upset that she had to put a wig on, it was nice.
Gave her some personality.
What you mean?
Like it gave, or you're saying like, are you saying that?
I like that she was comfortable having no hair.
Oh, okay.
She said it was ridiculous to wear that wig.
Yeah.
And I think she said shameful, but I'm not sure what the word was.
Okay, I thought you meant like it was like showing, she has, you're giving her some type of character development. That's where I went to.
Yeah.
You're giving her some personality, so I kind of like follow where she lies and how does she feel about things. She's not just some character that's just walking around and I don't know nothing about her. You see how she feels about things.
My thing is, I think in some way they were relating to real world. They were relating to real world issues, and they were relating to real personal problems. Like people have when they say their hair's not long enough, their skin's not bright enough, or stuff like that. I ain't hear a skin thing, but still, that was an example.
Right, I get what you're saying.
But yeah, that's all I had to say.
Okay. What else? So I don't know.
It lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I think a couple of little notes I still kind of have in my mind. They do like this initiation thing, so even though the family
routine combat,
even though the family can be the next Black Panther, if any of the other tribes want to challenge that, they could. So they're standing on these rocks, and the first thing that came to my mind was, that's way too high. That is way too high. I'm not going to stand up there to see no fight, or there's no railing. I need some type of railing.
They dancing too,
right? And it's by a waterfall, so you know that the rocks are a little wet. They're a little wet. So I'm like, nah, I'll be right at the bottom. I don't care what tribe I am. I'm staying at the bottom. And they don't care. You fall down. Like, well, you should have did better. Another note: people from Wakanda are very durable. Very durable. They get thrown around, tossed around. No one is really hurt. I don't know if this vibranium gets to their bones, but they don't get hurt.
Wouldn't all that technology do something to? That's what I was wondering. You okay?
Yeah. I had something lodged in my throat.
Wouldn't all that technology like do something to their brain cells? How they say now, the Wi-Fi kind of does something to you.
Okay, scientifically, there's a lot of little problems with it, but I don't feel like in that world we need to worry about that.
No, yeah.
Cause I don't know how that works. Maybe it doesn't affect them.
Oh.
You know, obviously it doesn't. But
I always viewed people of Africa as very earthy, and then you see them with all this technology. It's like,
I wonder what it does to old people. Do they have like heart diseases?
That lady looked like she was getting old.
She was getting old, but is she like suffering?
Oh, probably not.
No, she's probably just chilling.
Probably had them Zamunda juices.
How'd you get to Zamunda?
I feel like they should all be put together.
crossover movie. For what? Eddie can't do it no more. It could be his son or something like that.
Whose son?
Be Eddie's son, whoever's over Zamunda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You could be just his son, and I don't need that. I
do
not need a two.
Don't do that.
Don't Eddie, unless Eddie really, because he's only been doing things that he feels like he's only going to do things that he feels like will benefit and actually will be good for it. So there's a two, and if he's not involved in any kind of way, don't do it.
Yep.
But I don't need it either. So those are two things. We don't need to come to America too.
Okay, cool. Are you done?
As far as what I was saying, I think the only gripe I had about it, which I've said this, and I mean people came with some interesting points on it, was Michael was a little too aggressive for my Michael B. I don't know his name.
Eric.
Killmonger.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. He was
I feel like he was trying so hard to be the guy growing up in the ghetto.
Right. And I only felt him when he started dying. That's exactly when I was like,
you started laughing at him.
I started laughing because he stabs him and he gets on the ground his knees and he's sitting there talking. He's like, my dad was going to, take me here, and he said the sunset is beautiful. So he picks him up. You hear him grunt.
Chinchilla picks up Eric.
He goes,
and Eric starts grunting. He sounded like he was taking a big chief.
Really? Sound like he was taking a dump.
Yeah.
I don't
we
get
did say poop.
Yeah. He's like, why did they keep that one part?
He not good at dying.
Right. And then they put him on the ground and let him watch the sunset. He's like, yeah, this is beautiful. It's like, oh, okay, whatever.
They can heal bullet wounds. Like you can.
Yeah, he could. He asked him.
I did not want him to die.
Yeah.
Why would he be in bondage? Like
it gives him that his character is saying that he rather die than live with someone he doesn't agree with, or what he felt like they wronged him.
But they were trying to make it right.
Yeah, he said.
I feel like T'Challa was trying to make it right. I feel like that's why I said if they sat there and had a conversation, I think they would have made it.
But you got to see, like, old buddy from Get Out felt the same way. He felt like things should have changed, and he felt like
I think he was just riding the coattail because he killed the guy that killed his parents.
Yeah, granted, because he felt like that's what he wanted to get done, and that's what he wanted. So it took people a minute for them to feel like, oh, you can give us a future, and we can open up to the world.
Yeah.
which is fine. But that was my only gripe. I felt like Michael was too aggressively unrelatable. Like I was kind of like, I can't get on your level. I feel like you really are not thinking straight. And sometimes like Magneto, every time his is always counter Xavier, which is in X-Men. You know who Magneto is?
Yes.
I didn't know you was looking at me like, I thought I just making sure.
I am.
We don't talk about X-Men.
I'm obsessed with X-Men too.
Okay, so yeah, but like his views is a little, it's reasonable, but it's just not the smartest way sometimes.
Yeah, he be going at it.
Yeah, they both
angry.
want good for the people, but it depends on the depiction of Magneto.
See what Eric's problem? He just wanted to strap everybody to start another genocide. Yeah, that's better. Instead of saying the other words I've been saying, he just want to start a whole new genocide, and then like T'Challa said, you're no better than your oppressor if you try to do that. But being so angry, that's all you could think of. I feel like Magneto wanted to do the same thing. Yeah, he did. For some reason, it seemed like Magneto was different. No, that's the same.
Magneto's depending on which one you're looking at. But the one that I understood the most was
the young one.
The one that felt like the world needed to see mutants and who they are and need to.
That was the young one.
Yeah.
And not to be feared.
Yeah, not to be feared. And now we don't need to be hiding in the shadows no more.
Yeah. The old one was like, we're going to kill all these rich people. Rich people
specifically?
Yeah, because he always came after people.
Man, you don't care about no rich people. I don't remember that ever happening.
He always tried to do something at a benefit at the White House. I think people he attacked.
In general.
He attacked places where high-profile people were. I don't think he specifically wanted to kill rich people, but that was his first target.
That seems more like an exposure than less than wealth or financial. I don't know. To say specific with power, I say with power.
I said that was his first. Yeah,
but
said
rich
high profile.
Yeah, but I just think he did that for exposure. If he was doing that, I never seen his character do that before. Be like, it was just the rich thing. I get what you're trying to say. It was just the rich that threw me off.
I'll retract it then, so you can understand.
That's it. I already understand now. But overall, 1 out of 10. How you feel about Black Panther?
10. For some reason, I don't like it, but I feel like, I do like the idea of how everybody's saying, be proud of who you are, be proud of your race, your nationality, and stuff. But I feel like it's starting to turn into a trend, and I don't like it.
You got that out of Black Panther?
No.
Oh.
Black Panther is like egging it on because everybody's saying, oh, so all black cast, black excellence, black this, black that. We should all love being black. We're superior. We're kings. We're queens. Da da da. Like, yes, but don't make it a trend. It seemed like it's coming off as a trend. I see it everywhere now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's not a trend. Just
something that you embrace.
Yeah, just be proud of who you are. Stop making everything. I think that's what it is. Everything is being made an argument, or everything's being made racial, or it's like, just, yes, black people have white people have oppressed. So it's not all of their fault. Mm-hmm. They all are kind of some nice white people in the world. You ain't gotta come up to me and be like, I'm a king. Like, if I was a white person, I'd be scared as hell.
Somebody came up to you and say I'm a king?
Yeah, or calling people colonizers. That's funny. It's funny.
I think
to the white people who deserve it, but not those innocent white people. They all right.
I think it's funny when I was scrolling down Instagram, it was talk about some way they were saying like they're the Black Panther. I'm like, everybody can't be the Black Panther. There's only one Black Panther. I don't think y'all saw the movie correctly, but there's only could be one Black Panther.
Technically, there's two.
Yeah, technically, but there was really one true Black Panther.
Yeah.
True. I don't consider myself Black Panther.
They both get their powers taken away. We already saw one.
Yeah, that's a funny process. Just extracting and giving.
Yeah, that sounds so exhausting.
Right. And I mean, in that world, you will wonder how many times somebody has tried that. Because all you gotta do is take one of those flowers.
Yeah.
It's not heavily guarded.
It's not. But I think that's the whole point, is that they don't need all of that. Everybody stays in their lane respectfully and has their king respectfully. So
yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, it's like
on camera though.
Not on camera. It's away from it. I don't even think you could have heard it. It's probably just went.
Was it out for a while? I was trying to get you to look at it. You wasn't looking.
No, it's 25.
Was it out? Did you press record again?
No.
Oh.
So we're at 25.
Oh, you said it does every 30 minutes. I forgot you said that. I mean, yeah. It's cool. I give it a 10.
I'll give it a clean 9.
Because now my kids have something to look forward to.
The movie?
Yeah.
You got it on
I mean,
Blu-ray.
they're going to see all the old stuff I used to watch. But this is add to the basket of movies.
Well, my kids watch The Flash. A good Flash movie.
What's a good one?
Ain't been one out yet.
Oh, what to say?
That's why I said I need
Have
to
you
see a
seen
good.
one yet?
That's what I said. I need him to see a good Flash movie.
Yeah.
Not see.
I don't feel like
well, see.
everything has
one.
to be racial. It's just appreciate your skin color.
That's what I said. It's still a Marvel movie.
Else. Yeah.
That's what it was. I mean, it was like I came in there as a Marvel movie, not the fact that it was the Black Panther. I was happy that they did it. I find it interesting that they did a character not normally emphasized or not normally like you'll see. Granted, everybody in Avengers was kind of like that in a way, where you had to make them. But other than that, it was nice to see them make a movie out of Black Panther. Like you can add him in the animated series. He's a cool character in like cartoon series.
I feel like they need to do that some more with their characters, because you see how they showed the background in the country and all that stuff. I don't remember a lot of heroes going there. I know they show their family history for like a second, and then there's villain and hero. Boom, we fight, and they tear up the city.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on you. I don't think there's a way that you can tell the story of Black Panther without doing that. I mean, with Tony Stark and Hulk and Thor and all those guys, they don't really have that origin story. Like the reason why he's the Black Panther is because of this culture. Is because of the civilization. Like that's the reason why he's Black Panther in this world over here.
Okay.
But Iron Man, he built this suit. Hulk, it was an experiment.
You don't count.
Captain America was an experiment. Now he has a little background like that, but it's not grand. You know, it's not like
how everybody knows about Batman's story.
Of course, if you don't know about Batman's story, you just don't know where you've been. How many times you see that story?
I didn't know until you told me.
Over and over again, you hear about it.
Then again, I never watched it.
But granted, if they change it, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those situations.
Who got more money, Tony or Batman? I forgot. You told me.
I say Tony. I say Batman, but because he's a billionaire. He's been a billionaire since he was a kid. I'm pretty sure he made more since then. That's what I keep thinking when I say that, because he was a billionaire kid. Now, so growing up, he's like still making 50. Tech. Yeah, so he should have been. He was rich before Tony.
What does parents make?
They make technology around Gotham. They like Wayne Tech or Wayne Enterprise, and it's always Wayne Tech. That's why his stuff is so advanced.
In the show, they were saying his parents were involved in war crimes, right? Was it the show or is it really?
No, like Telltale has a series where they show that Batman's dad was part of like crime in there, and that's kind of how he kept his money at a float by being cool with the bosses, the mafia, and all them. And they also kind of depict that he makes money on the side with them or paying them off. So it's kind of like tainted money with that.
It's
but
dirty money. That dirty money.
But other than that, they don't really tell that story on the regular. The regular, we just see them dying. Some people are out for the Waynes. Some people are trying to be with the Waynes, but that one person was rogue. He wasn't working under nobody. They do that stuff too. So it depends on what you're reading and what you're watching. Is it recording? Oh, it just froze me here. Well, I can't see nothing here. But yeah, that's That's mainly that little story, but who else? Like sometimes Storm. See, with Storm, she kind of has a story like that in a way.
Yeah, they show it.
Mm-hmm.
They show it on the was it Evolution?
Evolution, yeah, they did.
Yeah, I liked her story.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool because I didn't know she was Egyptian.
Yeah. So it's kind of depends on who it is, and what has the most culture. And those other guys didn't really have much culture. Like
they need to. I would like to see in like a Muslim garb.
Oh, you're gonna see different.
It's cool.
You're gonna see different because I mean, yeah, you're gonna see a lot of different types of characters and different fashions.
You gonna try to fight it? Don't be swatting me on TV.
On TV. Don't be swatting me on the television. on the YouTube.
Your old man voice. All right. We can change the subject now. We done talking about it.
Are we?
We're done. It's over.
I gave it a clean 9.
I gave it a nice 10. I was happy to come out of that movie being.
I mean, I think the only reason why I gave it a 9 was because it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like amazing. Like it wasn't like I'm trying to explain it because I'm not trying to say it wasn't amazing. I want to say that it just wasn't perfect. Like there was nothing wrong with it.
What did you want?
But 9 is pretty good. I'll watch it again. I'll get it on Blu-ray.
I did, yeah. People said your mother said that she'll watch it again. I was like,
my mother.
Didi and Aaliyah said that they was gonna watch it on Fire Stick.
Yeah.
Is it Fire Stick or something about watching it on a computer on the cheap websites? I was like, no, don't do that. Just go to the movies.
Somewhat.
Appreciate the craft. Don't be black.
Some people were saying that it was lacking in action, and I kind of get where where they came from with that, but it wasn't that bad. Like it had enough kicks and pushes and explosions. I was pretty satisfied, and had a good amount of funny moments, and I think that's what kept it going too.
What are those?
That was probably the least funniest part, but I appreciate it. Showed what time it was recorded
up on Instagram, especially that "Hey Auntie" thing.
Yeah,
that was hyped up on Instagram too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how everybody knew to laugh at it in the theater.
Mm-hmm. I think it was kind of what I liked about Michael's character though. He was relatable for the American audience. So he didn't have no accent. He didn't have anything. And he was just talking normal,
just like the rest of us.
Yeah,
who they call lost.
So it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And there was a lot of metaphors in that movie, which was pretty cool to see.
Which is sad. I don't want to be lost.
You're not lost, babe. You're very aware. You just
it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, so stop saying you lost.
My culture ancestors, they're in my brain somewhere.
Yeah, but you just don't have the thing under your lip. I see people get it, but it doesn't glow.
Yeah.
Well, I get it if it don't glow.
I want it to glow.
It makes sense. Don't just writing Wakanda doesn't work. I don't like that.
And it looked all crooked. It was like starting and then going down.
Cause how you keep that straight?
You gotta.
Which hurt, man. Oh heck no! I would never get. I just couldn't get a tattoo under my lip. First of all, I'd be tasting it.
I don't want no tattoo anyway.
How you do it? Do you let it dry and let it sit? Cause you got.
I'm sure they put some paper on it. I don't know.
Crazy. Can't eat that for a minute. All right, that's the point. How you been, babe?
Chilling.
Been chilling. Chilling.
If you wondering what we're wearing, these are our Harry Potter Quidditch sweaters. Turn around, nobody see it.
Team Hufflepuff.
You can't see
if
that.
If you representing, representing Hufflepuff till I die. Ew. Yeah.
He always got
always got to be.
No.
But I like these little sweatshirts. They're so comfy.
They are very warm.
Very warm.
Kept talking about Harry Potter for the past 3 episodes.
Somewhat.
You might as well contribute to the cause.
Mm-hmm. You won't compete in me with nothing, so I can't ever do a Hufflepuff versus Ravenclaw stuff.
I will compete with you.
I'll be trying to make things competitive. Would you be like, oh,
I don't say that. I say things work in your favor, so I don't want to play Super Strikers. Find something else.
Things don't work in my favor. I lose. It's okay.
You didn't lose though.
I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else you like. I'm competitive if
let's play Clue.
Clue?
I love Clue.
How's that competitive? How can you play it with 2 people?
It's easy.
You can play Clue with 2 people. It's like a 4-player game.
Maybe. I think it's limited if you only have 2 people because you obviously know who did do it. Who did or didn't do it.
So that's why I said it's kind of limited.
I just want to play Clue. I love Clue.
We need to. You ever play Don't Wake Daddy?
No.
The game was. I don't remember the point of that. Oh, he was rolling around, and I think when you land on something, you must have hit this little clock a couple times. I used to have that game upstairs in my room.
We was doing good with Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
We was going head to head. Ding 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 ding.
I was still killing you at that too, though.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was. I only remember me winning.
I remember me winning when we had the cards.
No, you didn't. That never happened.
You didn't.
So, speaking of Harry Potter, there's a movie called Fantastic Beast.
We already talked about this.
Coming out later on this year. We talked about that?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we was talking about the show and you said the movie's supposed to be coming out. You talked about it a little bit, but go ahead.
I ain't talking about it on here.
Yes, you did.
When?
Go ahead. I just told you.
When did I talk about it?
When we were talking about the show, and then you was like, yeah, the movie's supposed to be coming out soon. I said you only talked about it a little bit.
You need to watch Fantastic Beasts.
I said what I said.
Because I got to see if you like it or not. Tell me if you
like
it.
Like the people from Skins.
Tell me if you like it. If you like it. Tell me. Are my ringers on?
Uh-oh.
You just going to just sip your soup? You just don't care about this?
What you mean?
Sounds professional.
I'm fucking hungry.
You're just drinking juice and eating a little bit of noodles. You're not going to fill up your hunger with that.
Why you being so mean? Why are you attacking me?
I ain't attacking. Just playing defense.
Why?
Because you're playing
I'm
offense.
not on offense. No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even saying nothing.
You're getting offended. I get it. Offense. Offended. Don't worry about it.
So comment below.
No.
If you've seen Black Panther. And and how you felt about it. Good or bad? Was it racist? Was it not racist?
Not at all.
Of course not.
I couldn't be.
But I mean,
why answer that
let's
as a
let
question?
everybody have their opinion.
No.
Not on my page. Not on my channel. Not on my podcast.
Jed, I will kick you off this doggo podcast so
Why?
fast.
What did I do?
Just being you. Just being you.
If you don't like it.
I got a new host.
If you don't like it, I can leave it right. I can leave right now.
Comment below if you're trying to be the host, the co-host to this podcast.
You're going to get a new host. If she a female, I'm going to beat her up. Just know that. Right in this basement.
And you need to be a Harry Potter fan, Flash fan,
accepting applications
video game
at my house so I can pull up. You got to put your address on there.
Video game fan, anything nerdy, I guess. Even if you know more than me, we can talk about it, and I'll put my opinion out there. We're accepting applications now.
Don't question his opinion. No, he'll kick you out.
Nope, ain't no questioning. You can question it all you want to. Just be willing to take care of my criticism or my opinions after it.
Don't try to do what he don't want to do, because he'll kick you out.
Don't try to do what he don't want to do?
Yeah. Don't try to do something that you don't want to do.
That's not the case.
Uh-huh.
It's never the case.
If Nikki don't want it, we not doing it.
I don't know who this Nikki guy is.
If
always,
Nico
well, whole channel says just call me Nico. That's it. No extra names. Just Nico. Forget you proceed to still call me Nikki.
I call you like 6 different names.
You sure do. Pick up one.
I did.
Stop dropping them all on the floor.
You still answer them, though.
I don't answer them.
You do
I'm
answer
done.
to some.
From today,
Why?
I answer. No more.
Why?
No more. I'm really tired, to be honest with you.
I see.
And I'm just
your
trying
eyes getting glossy.
I'm just trying to push myself to talk.
Oh, you ain't taking a nap?
No, I don't want to take no nap.
Wow.
I want to get this doggone podcast recorded, which is getting recorded.
No.
And life is hard, okay?
You peeking. Stop.
Life is hard.
Caution if you got headphones.
Well, I turned it down in the middle of that, so I should have been like, yeah, probably.
That's funny.
I need to get my laptop, babe. I need to get my beats.
Why? So you can do it while I'm talking?
Yeah, so you can rap while you talking.
Oh, yeah. We in the basement. About to do some stuff in the basement. That's all I got.
You got it? That's it?
That's all I got. Go ahead.
Come on now. Hey, recording this podcast. Let's go. Let's go. We about to do this podcast. Dang it, I messed up.
Mm-hmm. You did the same thing I did. You good?
That's all I got. Okay.
I'm about to eat this.
Jada about to eat that noodle. Looking like a toaster strudel. Strudel.
You're nice.
Do you like toaster strudels? I don't really remember them. I think they kind of like Pop-Tarts.
Hey.
But tasting really, really tart.
Hey.
I don't think I really care for them.
Gang.
I don't really care for them. Care
Gang.
for them. It's kind of hard to actually record and freestyle. I'm pretty good.
I didn't chew the noodle
Good?
away.
You always trying to. You good? I'm gonna need you to check up on me instead of asking me questions. Be around the corner. You all right now? Sound like you're choking.
I know you're not in that toilet. You better not be in that toilet.
I'm so glad that faded away. I couldn't stop hearing Kevin her jokes.
Somebody else was doing it. Who was doing it?
Remember when they first came out? The whole stand-up came out,
Yeah.
and people keep repeating it, and they kept talking about it. You didn't have no friends that talk about it? Really?
I don't have any friends.
I need to go to your school. Well, I needed to go to your school. I got tired of hearing it.
Well, when that came out, I
was
was
in
in high
school.
school. Yeah.
I remember that because it kept irritating every
I
second.
don't remember it being annoying.
Oh my gosh, it was annoying. It's not funny when you keep hearing the same joke over and over again.
Again.
I get it. We all saw it.
Country self.
You know that part. Oh, I can't remember nothing about it actually. You okay?
Coughed up a noodle.
Seems like it's always one point of the podcast you just seem like you just don't care on what you're doing.
Yeah,
and that's crazy to me. You're very conservative at the beginning, and then towards the end, it's like
I be forgetting.
I mean, that's whatever happens at this point.
Yep.
It's like you're drinking.
I don't drink, okay? I'm not an alcoholic.
I didn't check what's in that cup.
My soup.
Told you put it down.
Like my
Put
brain.
the
You trying?
thing down.
You mean about my math question?
What?
Saying I went off the rails.
Yeah, you go off the rail all the time.
Seem like you just don't like who I am.
No, I'm trying to get sponsored by Disney, so we need to keep it Disney.
Why not?
Keep it Disney.
Why?
Disney make a lot of money, and I
They
feel like
sure
if
do.
they paid me $1 million, why not?
For real, they said that Disney donated $1 million to something.
They could send it. They could send it.
I think it was the Boys and Girls Club.
Disney. You could just pay $1 million to me, and
I'm like,
I'll produce
that
a
ain't
lot of work
nothing
for you.
to
Oh, no.
Disney.
The crazy thing is, people would be like, there's a whole song. I want to be a millionaire, so bad. But nowadays, it seems like being a millionaire ain't that much.
Yeah.
It's just like I can spend $1 million easy now.
Yeah.
But like, what you call it? Get like $10 million. I'll be fine with $10 million. $10 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Disney, let's sign an agreement that says $10 million a year. And I'm they over there listening to the podcast and like, why would I
do that?
Why would I pay you that much?
Why would I do that?
What do you do that's different? That's different from somebody I'm paying $500,000. I mean, not much, but $500,000. I'll take that too. Let's go.
Unlike some people.
See exactly what I'm saying? You get to a point where you just don't care. What if she heard that and then come in? See, that's what the thing is. You don't understand. It's that me and you
making jokes.
Yeah. You're not a comedian.
She ain't about to come at me with the neck.
Would it be funny if she just hit us up and said she wanted to be on our podcast and talk?
That'd be nice.
I
would highly appreciate her. I'd be like, girl.
I'm like, you got a studio? Because I really want to do this at a different place. I don't know.
Don't want to be in my basement. You know it's my mom's house.
That'd be stupid.
In my studio.
That'd be kind of fun, though. We'll get that boost that you needed.
Monique goes on amateur podcast with a couple.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of unnecessary details.
Sound like a start of a porn.
See what I'm talking about? You just go off the rail. Off the rail again.
I'm sorry.
It's because you don't know what else to say. Is that what it is?
No. You know what happened?
What?
You said you missed it.
I missed when you was in your own world. Not you just say whatever comes to your mind. That's not the same thing. When you used to be in your own world, you used to be thinking about some stuff. Not just saying whatever comes to your mind.
All right. I just
and don't be trying to use that as an excuse now. Because you do this anytime. You do this
to,
all the time.
I just wanted to talk.
You don't want to talk.
I'm saying stuff everybody's thinking. That does sound like a adult entertainment movie.
Saying what everybody's thinking?
Yeah.
No, it
Monique
don't.
goes on amateur podcast with couple.
It's just because the amateur part.
Sounds like, yeah.
That's literally it.
That was a joke. It's a joke.
It's not a good one.
It was a good one.
It wasn't a good one at all, baby.
You so mean.
I'm trying to tell you.
You got something nice to say to me on this podcast?
I've been trying to.
Go ahead.
Just playing, babe. You know I love you.
That's better. You gonna pronounce your love to me?
I don't know about
to
pronounce.
Me, you gonna announce your love to me?
I was about to say because I don't know if I can pronounce the word love.
No, you gonna announce your love and dedication to me in front of this podcast and in front of your entire family. Because you belong with me.
The crazy thing is, if I've done all that stuff on the grand stages of all, what else do you want at that point?
Grand stage of what?
What if I've done something like I proposed to you in front of the whole world, did this whole thing in front of the whole entire world, right?
Yeah.
What else would you even want?
What else do I need?
Right. But I'm pretty sure there's not. It just won't stop there.
Of course it. I mean, I want a nice wedding. Is that what you're saying?
No.
What else do I expect out of you?
I'm just saying, like, if I gave you the peak of it all, what would you want after that?
I hope it is as good as the engagement. The rest of this marriage. Hope the rest of the marriage is good as the engagement was, or the proposal. The proposal.
I said the whole shebang. From proposal to marriage. Live. In front of a live studio audience.
That's too much.
Get the whole...
That's too much for me.
That would be actually interesting. Somebody get married in front of a live studio audience.
A bunch of sneezing and coughing.
Would be kind of interesting. It'd be like, would you take this lovely gentleman?
I don't want to do the traditional
in front of the
stuff.
Whatever the words are in holy matrimony.
I don't want to do that.
To hook in your health.
For richer or poor.
Well,
You got something in your hair.
I guess I do, and then I got the studio audience.
You're trying to fight me.
It's because you just randomly started picking up things. If I started doing, I'm like, what? What is this? Where are you going? You know that you poke me in my eye. You've done that too many times trying to get something on my eyelash. Exactly. Honestly, I don't know what to say at this point. I actually had a couple things in mind, but it just went away as soon as I started recording.
We at 50 minutes anyway.
That don't mean nothing.
We're at 50 minutes anyway.
We're not at 50 because it took me like 10 minutes to start this.
What took you so long?
Took you so long. Did everything in the world just to start this thing.
That's not nice.
It's like you jump in, but you're scared. You don't know what you're jumping into. Stop messing with that. I hear it. If you like this video,
take us. No, I'm supposed to say take us home.
If you like this video,
all right. Forget you. This has just been what you call it. We're not such a perfect relationship now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever looked at our relationship?
In the past episodes, we've been looking all cute and like a nice couple. Now we just going at it.
Was
you making fun of me all the time?
Was our first episode about relationships?
Yeah. Remember, remember, because we wanted to do the poster boys in the front, and we didn't forget our topics.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I feel like I thought that one was the one that we did get on. We have like what they used to call. Oh, hold on. Before I end this, you remember on like Nickelodeon or like certain shows, they always a lost episode.
Yeah.
Why did they call it that? and the thing is, it used to excite me to see that a show had a lost episode. It's like I'm finna see some exclusive. You wouldn't have released it if it was that. If it was supposed to be something.
Isn't it something that's like that was like it was recorded, but it never got put out,
right?
And then it's just really old. Does that one make it lost?
Yeah. Sometimes though, they didn't really make it. Like, it seemed like it was like a thing that they just kind of said it was. It's like they made, like SpongeBob, they made that episode, made it lost. Like, they made it, but it wasn't like a thing that we didn't see before.
Yeah.
Don't drink ginger ale while recording some audio base. So, but I used to be so excited to see something that said the lost episode. But you can't call something the lost episode if you found it.
Oh, you taking it literal.
Yeah, it's the found episode now. The lost and found episode.
Ooh.
Simple as that. The lost and found episode. Exactly.
I don't do that.
That's how I be feeling you're about to do. So that's why my reaction is to move you.
All right.
Can I take it home now?
Go ahead, take us home, Nikki.
If you like this Black Panther, Slick Harry Potter, and Slick Lost episode,
Lost and Found episode, leave a like down there, buddies, and share this to your friends because you're like, man, these guys are so crazy. And she talks about stuff that's not off on the script.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
We got a whole script.
We argue
to stay on, and she be all off of it, and that's just what they do. It's just your second favorite podcast.
Oh! All right.
Stop. Yeah,
real quick. Sorry. We will. I think we already explained in the very first episode. We explained why it's your second favorite. But my mom asked me. So go ahead, real quick. While ending this off, we're going to explain why this is your second favorite podcast.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yes.
I thought you was going to do it.
I mean, I told her because your first favorite does everything it's supposed to do. It's not so quirky, not so many technical difficulties.
Yeah, your first favorite podcast is on point. They always keep you going, and it do a lot for you. But your second favorite, they mess up sometimes. They
talk about random things.
Talk about everything. Sometimes you can't even relate to what they're talking about.
Never stays on topic.
But yet you still like them enough, and that's why we're your second favorite podcast.
It's a tiny part in you that's not organized.
Right.
That's what we are.
And that's why you're your second. It's just your second, because you expect a lot out of your first, and I don't want you to expect a whole lot out of me. Okay?
That's a good one.
I don't want you to expect a whole lot out of me, so I want to be your second favorite. Now, it'd be cool when I start putting this on iTunes. Be like, your second favorite podcast is everybody's favorite podcast. That's a cool thing to put.
We still gonna be second though.
Yeah, we're still gonna be your second favorite though. Mentally. Yeah. So if you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and hit that nice little red button and subscribe to your second favorite podcast. And we will see you.
We already got some new subscribers. We appreciate y'all. Throw that out.
Appreciate y'all. And we will see you next time. It's the box.
Yeah, that's cool.
And